Hello students, now we will move to the new topic and the new topic is soil pollution. So, I will just write the heading over here. The new topic is soil pollution. Now, as we have already discussed air pollution and water pollution, this word pollution is not a problematic word for us or not a new word. Definitely it was not a new word because we are studying this word pollution from the 3rd standard. So, definitely, but still as we have discussed here air and water pollution, so now definitely we can write soil pollution, pollution's definition very easily. So, again pollution means any substance which pollutes the pure substance. Now, when we talk about soil pollution, so substance which is responsible for pollution or for polluting soil are soil pollutant, and the pollution of soil when some unwanted harmful substance get mixed up with the soil which changes the qualities of the soil, which reduces the fertility of soil is known as soil pollution. Yes, so I will just write the definition of soil pollution now. So, how can we define it? When certain unwanted and harmful substances get mixed up with the soil and reduces the quality and fertility or even texture, yeah, or texture of soil, then it is known as soil pollution. It is known to be as soil pollution. Now, so what is the definition of soil pollution? How can we define soil pollution, children? That when certain substances, which kind of substances? Which are undesirable, that means we do not want them to meet, which are harmful, such kind of substances when get mixed up with the soil. And definitely when these kind of substances get mixed up with the soil, so what they will be doing? They will be changing the texture of the soil, they will be changing the qualities, they will be reducing the quality of the soil, and on the top of that they will be, what in short we can say that it will be reducing the fertility of soil, and this is all is what soil pollution. Now, so what all are the substances, what all are the things which pollutes the soil, what all are there which are responsible for the soil pollution. So, we will talk about now the sources of soil pollution. So, now we will talk about the sources of soil pollution, and to talk about this, the first one is solid waste. Now, what do you mean by solid waste? This solid waste includes everything. This solid waste includes everything which is coming out from our house or from the factories, from the hospital, and which is in the solid form. It can be even the the household waste, like the kitchen waste. It can be the the leftover of the foods, not foods, food. It can be the leftover of the food. It can be the just simple vegetable peels. It can be a broken chair. It can be a broken table. It can be just your unwanted dress which you do not require and you have thrown that. It can be the hospital waste. Actually, see, the waste can be divided into various categories, children. It can be like the hospital, like the medical waste, the the field waste. It can be divided into various kind of waste. But now here when we talk about the solid waste, as we have not divided these waste into medical waste, industrial waste, the crop waste, so we'll include everything which is solid in this solid waste only. So solid waste includes everything which comes out of your house in the solid form. Yeah. So it includes even the medical waste, even the sewage, the human waste I should say, the cattle waste, yeah, kitchen waste, maybe the vegetable peels, yeah, maybe the vegetable peels, leftover food, maybe broken mobile, chair, yeah, empty bottles, plastic, empty, when I've written your medical waste, then it includes everything, even when when the organs are being cut, like suppose in an accident a person makes an accident and the leg is not working, it has to be cut and thrown out. So even that waste, the organ waste, and even the the empty packets of the I should say the tablets and the injections, all this, everything which is solid comes in the solid waste. Now why I am telling this, because in general when we talk about the waste management, children, in detail, when we talk waste in detail, then we talk all this thing in the when then we divide the things, then we divide the waste. So here we are talking about the waste in general, so I have written everything in the solid waste. Now all this when comes out of the different places and it is thrown out in the open, so this all become the waste and this all pollutes the soil in different ways. Now when we talk about the medical waste, children, there are many rules and regulations that medical waste has to be, like most of the medical waste has to be discarded there itself, like it has to it undergoes various processes and has to be discarded there itself. Then when we talk about several industrial waste, many things comes out of the industries and it becomes the part of the nature. Then mobile, broken mobile, empty bottle. When we talk about the plastic, we all know the hazards of the plastic, that how disastrous, how dangerous, how harmful plastic is. We can neither burn plastic because it will create air pollution, we can neither dump plastic because it will create soil pollution. We can never put it into water because it is going to choke the aquatic animals. So it is if a particular thing is of plastic, that means it is a means of increasing pollution. Children, whatever plastic has been created on the surface of the earth still exists in one or the another form, because at last plastic, it can be converted from one form to another form many a times, but at last then plastic, the last chain stops at the point where it says that plastic is non-biodegradable, it cannot be degraded. So, even though the biodegradable plastics are being is being made nowadays, but still as those are very costly, it is not used very often. So, coming back to the point, solid waste includes all kind of waste, even the cow dung, even the cattle waste, even the human waste, and all this thing comes under this category. Now we will talk about the next waste, and that waste is chemical waste. Now we will talk about the chemical waste. So, I will write over here. Now, see, when we talk about chemical waste, actually all the chemicals comes under this category, but again then we can divide the chemicals also, like the chemicals which are being released by the industries and factories, and the chemicals which are coming into nature due to the use of various pesticides, insecticides, weedicides, fertilizers. So, it depends upon the what and which way you want to classify, because as just now I told that solid waste can be classified as different kinds of waste coming from the different sources, but we are not done and we have put everything in one waste, that is solid waste. So, here we will talk about the chemical waste. Okay, the chemical waste is like what, it includes all the chemicals which are being used in the factories and the industries, and which are very, very harmful for us. Now, these all waste are being released many a times in the form of the water, but many a times the water get dried and this waste becomes the part of the soil. Now, when this all chemicals comes under the soil, what happens, it harms the that we are going to talk about in the effects, but it pollutes the soil. It may come in the form of the liquid, but sometimes the liquid gets dried and these waste remains on the surface of the soil and these keep on polluting. So, generally which kind of waste comes out from the factories, like talk about the rubber factories, the paper industries and all such kind of, so various kinds of chemicals are being used and are released in the soil. So, various waste from the factories and industries, are dumped into the soil. Now, the next one we can talk about is the fertilizers, the use of fertilizers. Insecticides, weedicides, then all these, the use of fertilizers, the insecticides, the pesticides, and all this contains lots of chemicals. We have discussed this, and even the use of heavy metals like the cadmium, the lead, mercury, and all this. When this all is dumped into the soil, it again becomes the part of the soil and it harms the soil. It burns the soil, it decreases the fertility of the soil. So, use of fertilizers, insecticides, weedicides, pesticides, it all increases the chemicals in the soil. Yeah, even DDT, BHC, DDE. So all these are utilized in the farms, and then again it becomes the part of the soil, because when it is spread on the plants, so ultimately where it is going, it is reaching the soil also. It remains in the soil as the part of the soil, and it harms not only the organism which are living inside the soil, but by again with the help of the water, when the plants are watered, as the nutrients goes up in the plants, it reaches the plants, it reaches our body, and again it harms us, isn't it? So again the use of fertilizers and all again harms, it becomes the part of the soil, and again it harms us. Now the fourth is acid rain. Now definitely when the industries and the factories and even the vehicles, when the oxides comes out, like maybe the nitrogen oxides of the nitrogen, maybe the oxides of the sulfur, maybe the oxides of the carbon, these all oxides come out, they react with the rainwater, but ultimately where they go, they come down in the river bodies, definitely in the water bodies. But if we do not take water bodies now, so where ultimately it is going to come? It is going to come on the surface of the earth. And when the such kind of rain, when such kind of water, polluted water containing acid reaches the surface of the earth, so definitely it is going to reduce the fertility of soil and harms the fertility of soil. So acid rain is again one of the major factor, it harms the soil. Decreases the fertility. Now I think I should discuss the effects also here only, because we have discussed the air pollution and the water pollution, so things have become very clear. So now here only we will talk about the effects of the soil pollution, because all these are connected. So there and there only I will explain it to you. Now as we were discussing acid rains, I will continue with this only. So when the rainwater which is acidic in nature, when it is going to fall on the surface of the earth, so what will happen? The fertility of the soil will get decreased. The soil will become more acidic, isn't it? The soil will become more acidic. Soil becomes acidic. That means the fertility will get reduced, isn't it? So it reduces the fertility. Fertility of soil get reduced. Now it burns the soil, and then what has to be done? Actually, when the soil becomes acidic, then the alkaline medium material has to be used. Spray has to be done on the acid, so that the acid and base neutralize each other. The more, like the base has to be spread, so that it can neutralize the effect of the acid, isn't it? So this is how the acid rain affects the fertility of the soil. It burns the soil. So acid rain is very, very disastrous, very, very harmful for soil. Now when we talk about the solid waste, what it does? So it, first of all, see, when all such garbage is thrown on the soil, first of all it affects the beauty of the environment. Yes, nature is such, like, it's so beautiful, but what we are doing, we are throwing all this. Just take the example, two roads are there, one is full of all such kind of things, and the other one is it's full of natural beauty, lots of trees are there. So which way you are going to use? Definitely the natural one, the one which is more beautiful. So first of all, to be as soon as we see this thing, we feel very irritated. So first of all, it reduces the beauty of the nature. It looks very bad, So first of all, the beauty of nature gets affected. So the beauty of nature gets affected now. Now apart from beauty, when such kind of things are there, definitely these things becomes the ground for the microorganisms, for the insects to breed. So when the more insects are there, when more microorganisms are there, so definitely more diseases will be there, definitely. So now next is what? It becomes the ground. It becomes the ground for growth of microorganisms and insects. Now it will give rise to various diseases. So I will write over here which give rise to various diseases. Now, so this all give rise to various diseases, and when the diseases spread, definitely we get puzzled, and we try to find out solutions after that. Malaria, dengue, it is spreading to such an extent. Why? Because cleanliness is not there, the environment is not clean. We keep our houses clean, we keep our our garden clean, but what we do, we take all the garbage and throw it out of our home. So it should not be like that, because whatever is not required, it cannot be there in your house. Okay, what you cannot even go and throw it out somewhere else to become just a part of nature. So it has to, definitely will throw, I am not saying, we will throw definitely which are the things which are not required, which we do not want, but it has to be thrown in the proper way. It has to be discarded in the proper way, the proper place. Now, so now chemical waste again, what will happen when we talk about the chemical waste? I will merge, I will take these 2 points together. So chemical waste, when chemical waste is released, again it becomes the part of the soil. It decreases, again the same thing will come, that decreases the fertility of the soil. It will increase the acidity of the soil, because the acid rain will be there. So this whole in total increases what? Pollution, soil pollution, and due to which the fertility of the soil get reduced. Now coming back to the next point, now biomagnification, which also biomagnification, which now I do not think that it should be discussed anymore, because we have done this twice. So biomagnification is done, it gives rise to biomagnification, because anyhow the things, the unwanted chemicals, the harmful chemicals are there on the surface of the earth. It will become the part, it will get mixed up with the nutrients which is required by the plants, it will be absorbed by the plants, it will become the part of the plant's body, and definitely in due course, in the steps, it is going to reach in one or the other organism's body, and definitely it will be harmful. Bioaccumulation, what is the meaning of bioaccumulation, children? Bioaccumulation means the accumulation of any substance in living organism, like when we talk about the extra medicine which contains calcium, which contains, and even this should be avoided, because in our body also these foreign materials are not absorbed easily. If your body needs milk, then if your body needs calcium, then please have milk. If your body needs iron, then please take eat the edibles which has got a lot of iron, because foreign things which you consume, the tablets for iron, the tablets for vitamins, so artificial minerals cannot be absorbed by the body very easily and get deposited. So this is what? This is bioaccumulation. That means the substances get deposited, the minerals get deposited in our body, that is bioaccumulation. So due to the excessive presence of, due to the presence, like suppose one of the mineral is present in excess, so it will become the part of the plant's body. Definitely it will come to us and it will get accumulated if we are consuming more. So it will get accumulated in different parts of the body, maybe heart, maybe stomach. So it will get deposited at one or the other organ, and definitely it will be blocking the different parts of the body, and which leads to serious problems. So this leads to, like soil pollution ultimately, if we talk about the effects, it leads to bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Biomagnification we have discussed. Bioaccumulation is the the accumulation of the minerals in the body of the human beings. Now, so these all are the effects of the soil pollution, and this soil pollution I am not discussing in detail, because these all we have discussed in water and air pollution in detail. In the same things are there, and just it will be affecting in some other way, but definitely it is going to affect. Now, when I say all these things are there, and when it will rain, so it will choke up, it will block the movement of the water, it will choke the different drains, and will give again certain way difficult, will create certain difficult conditions, isn't it? So ultimately this all kind of pollution, will talk about the soil or the air or the water, ultimately it is affecting our environment, it is affecting our body, it is affecting living organism, and at the same time non-living organism also, like Taj Mahal is also getting affected by that. So all these ultimately is affecting us, our lives negatively. So this is all about soil pollution. Now we will talk about the remedies. So what remedies has to be taken? Avoid plastic, avoid burning of rubber, avoid thermocol burning. We should avoid all these. We should discard all these materials at the proper place as it is being told or required. Now, the organic fertilizers, organic pesticides should be used, so that all these can be reduced. So this is all about the soil pollution. Now we will move to the next topic.